Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your weekly reading. Let's see what the cards have in store for you for the week. What does Taurus need to know? Starting off with some spirit animal. For Taurus, please. Oh, there it is. That's the one. Okay. We have porcupine spirit. Time for a beginner mind. Interesting. Bottom of the deck. Groundhog spirit. Time to let go. So it's kind of saying the same thing there for you, Taurus. Let's see what the dragon cards have to say. What did I have for you last week? Someone is hurt and wants an answer. Okay. Let's see. This feels like yeah, it's literally saying the same thing. And it's porcupine and groundhog, right? So black dragon cocoons you so that your divine potential grows. Meditate, reflect, undergo a metamorphosis. Bottom of the deck. Golden Atlantean dragon helps you remember the wisdom of the golden Atlantis. Awaken, bring back your knowledge, gifts, and talents. Reclaim your mastery. You are on a new journey, okay? You're definitely starting over in something. It has to do with your gifts, talents, natural way of being, okay? Something comes naturally to you. I think you've done enough preparing. I think you've done enough research. I think you've done enough when it comes to this. It's not the right time. I'll wait. I'm going to say it. This feels like this is enough procrastination. It's time to do it, right? It's time to let go and start. Let go and start. It's one following the other. The meditate and reflect period, I feel like, is over. You're coming out of the cocoon. That's what this feels like. Let's see. 5 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. 8 of Cups. There it is again about walking away. 9 of Swords. You're too, in your head, Taurus, I'm going to be honest, you're too worried. You're too worried about details that don't matter. All right? And I don't mean to be like, I'm saying that with love for you. Okay? You're in your head. This either has to do with a part-time job becoming a full-time job, a side hustle becoming a full-time hustle. Maybe you're thinking about being self-employed. Maybe you're thinking about going back to school. You are at some point, in some way, you're going from not having enough to having an abundance this week, okay? Yeah, this literally feels like, sure, it's nerve-wracking. It will give you a little bit of anxiety, right? And it will give you a sense of stress, but it's good stress because it's stress that again puts you out of your comfort zone, and it makes you bust out of your cocoon to show the real you, to show a part of you that is talented, all right? And people will be seeking out that talent, I see. So this could be like getting recruited for a new job that you've been wanting or waiting for. The growth here is the key word. Whatever it is that you're leaving, because there's also someone else here, or another message possibly of leaving a situation that you weren't given the proper attention, you weren't given the proper affection, you weren't given the proper, because you felt in one way, shape, or form, you felt lonely, or you felt like you didn't belong, or you felt singled out for the wrong reasons. You didn't feel a sense of comfort there. Let me say it that way. So you're deciding this week, I gotta go. So it could be also, again, going back to maybe working for yourself, or it could be just working with a really tough group of people, a toxic work environment that just made you feel, I almost want to say dumb, like it made you feel, it was a very tough situation where you felt like someone was belittling you, or someone wasn't making you feel like you were smart enough, good enough, talented enough. You weren't enough. All right, that's the point. It really affected your self-worth. Let's see, 5 pentacles. 7 of pentacles, a lot of pentacles here, Taurus. There's that meditation, reflection, and contemplation. I think you're realizing that you've invested enough in it and it is not giving you the reward back, you know? I think you're realizing it's not good enough for you instead of you're not good enough for it. Because for a long time you felt like that. You felt like, yeah, this is my fault. But then now you're realizing it's not my fault. It's the situation. It's just not good enough. It's not going to give me what I need out of it. You've invested so much. And unfortunately, you roll the dice and it was a loss. 9 of Pentacles with the Page of Pentacles. So as long as you decide to do something differently this week, to change it up, to become the student archetype, and this could, again, be literally, maybe you're thinking, I want to go back to college. I want to go take this class. I want to go to attend this seminar, whatever it is. You're deciding that you have another choice, that you have another option, that your dreams are not silly, they're not too far out there, they're not unrealistic. You can go for those dreams, you can go for those goals. I will say 8 of Cups has the eclipse there when I'm recording this video. I know I intend for these to be timeless, but there is an eclipse. So keep that in mind. The first eclipse of the year. 8 of Swords. With that Ace of Pentacles, I mean, the message is clear, right? You're starting to free yourself. You're starting to realize you're not as limited and restricted as the world or the situation is telling you. Okay, you're opening up more. Again, you're busting out of that cocoon. So as long as you don't let negative thoughts, negative people, negative situations influence your mind, because your mind is very important this week, as long as you stick to it mentally, to the fact that it is time to begin, especially with the porcupine spirit. I'm telling you, I'm feeling like porcupine spirit is definitely your spirit animal of the week. I'm feeling like just as porcupines, when they feel threatened, they release those quills, or at least they put them up for a defense. That's you right now, okay? And you have every right to be, because you're leaving it behind. You see how the porcupine's even facing this direction toward the black dragon and the golden Atlantean. All right? Just remember that. You're not stuck. I hope this helped. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one.